Hi, so on today's episode of Travelog, we're going to be making what's really kind of a quintessential British comfort food. They call them toasties over there. You can make them with lots of different things. The most common way is really is a cheese and tomato sandwich. Some people use tomato sauce. Some people use fresh tomatoes. I'm going to use just tomato sauce here today. It's a pretty easy thing to make. So for those of you in the U.S. Like us here, this is kind of similar to not just kind of, it's very similar to really to a grilled cheese. You kind of prepare it very similar to a grilled cheese. So you'll see what I'm doing. I'm just buttering, one side of each bread. So just get, no specific butter or anything. I mean, I have a butter spread that I use that, spreads, pretty well onto bread once it's gotten warmed up a little bit. So from there, after we put the butter onto the bread, what we're going to do is we're going to get some tomato sauce and we're going to actually put it on each side of the bread. So what I'll do first is I'll just put it here. I use a little spoon just to scoop it out. It makes it easy to kind of spread. Now you don't want to put too much on because you don't want this to overpower the cheese, because if you put too much tomato sauce, you'll really kind of overpower it. So you just want to do like a light little spread of some tomato sauce on each side. So you can kind of see it there. It just gives it a nice little sauce look to it. Next, what you'll use, and I shred this up because I find it easier to melt. And then there's two different ways to make a toasty. There's a couple different ways, but one way, and I'm just going to make it the easier way, is similar to, like I said, in the U.S. with a grilled cheese, where you're going to put the cheese on and you're going to just basically grill it on each side so the cheese will melt in the middle. One way, in a way actually I kind of prefer it, is to do that, but then also to melt some cheese on the top. So in order to do that, now I'll talk about that a little bit when I'm going forward, how you do that, but it's really pretty simple. So what I do here, so I've grated up some cheese. Now I should have mentioned, first things first, you didn't see me do it, but I wash my hands. That's the most important thing whenever you're doing any cooking or baking, is to wash your hands, obviously. So what I did, I grated up some cheese. And what I would really recommend is the British farmhouse cheddar. That's what I used. So the reason why I recommend that is it's a more authentic taste to what you're going to get in the UK. And also the British farmhouse cheddar is a little bit of a sharper and a different flavor than what you get with like a standard cheddar that you get here in the US. You can find this cheese really pretty much anywhere. It's usually in the grocery sections with the various cheeses, so it's not hard to come by. Like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spread a little bit more of this tomato sauce. Now I'm going to use even a little bit less than what I put on the last one. It's like I said, you don't want to overpower this, so you'll just have to spread it here. Just get it. This one's like kind of a very, very light dusting. I used a little too, not quite enough there. So just a very, very light dusting there. You see I'm kind of holding it up because I don't want to use up get all the butter smeared around that I've got on the side. So put that on top here. Then what I'll do over here, going to come over to my stove, put it on kind of a medium, maybe to medium high, depends on, how you like your, really how you like your toasty. So again, very simple to make, very easy. I'll kind of do this so you guys can see. It's not going to take long, obviously, for this to grill up either. So I just use like a pizza sauce for my tomato sauce. I use this Rouse one. You use whatever you want for your preference. Whatever you prefer for your sauce, and it just gives you like an easy way to make the tomato sauce or the tomato cheese toasty and still get a good flavor. I like this. I like the flavor of this one. I feel like it goes well with the farmhouse cheddar. So while I'm cooking this, I'll also explain if you wanted to put it with a dusting of the cheese on top. What you would do, you'd set your oven. You can put it really, just depends on whatever heat you want. I usually put it around 350. Now you don't want it too high because you don't want it to really char or burn the cheese on top. But what you'll do after you make this, you would just put it into the oven. If you have a toaster oven, it's even easier. You could just put it in a toaster oven. That's pretty simple. But you would just you would put it in. Once you're done grilling it, you just sprinkle one side of it with the extra shredded cheese that I have, and then you would basically top it off with some cheese. So I do prefer that. I think, you know, just for ease of today though, I'm just going to make it this way. It's just a lot simpler here for the folks over at Travelog. I know that they really enjoy these toasties. You know, we've had them all over the UK. You know, you can get them pretty much anywhere at the UK. Most restaurants serve them. They're really nice on kind of a, like I said, it's a comfort food, really nice on kind of a cool or a cold day or even like a rainy day. But you can also get them at, you know, like a coffee shop, like a Costa over there sells some good quick toasties that you can get. And so what I'm doing, just kind of grilling it up, flip it over a little bit. Now you got to be careful flipping it over, obviously, because you've got loose cheese in there. You know, some of it can fly out. You can see one of the little pieces flew out there, but you don't want to let too much get out. So I'm just flipping it over because you don't want it to burn too much. You really want it to get to a golden brown. I kind of press mine down a little bit. You can, again, this is just based on personal preference. I just press them down a little bit. Kind of gets the cheese and the tomato sauce, mixes it a little bit while it's also cooking. It will help the cheese melt a little bit too, a little bit easier there, sticking it down. So, or pressing it down, I should say. So, you know, again, just monitor it. You're flipping it around, making sure, like I say, you don't want it to get too burned. Although, you know, some people do like, you know, burned grilled cheese. So again, you'll just do that to your taste. But you get a nice, I tend to like it with a nice little good golden brown flavor. And you know, this will be ready in probably in the next, you know, 30 seconds to a minute here, and we'll be able to enjoy a nice toasty. So again, this is a good comfort food, really in the UK. You know, you get down there, you get some of those cold days, especially wintertime, and you come in for something like this. You know, we've got friends over there who've told us, you know, their parents would make this for them after, you know, cold day out, and they make it for their kids now too. So you know, it's just what I would say, what I have come to find, and what's been described to me as really kind of a quintessential British comfort food. So with that, you got your toasty. Again, like I said, it's nice and golden brown, and you know, we'll enjoy, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoy this video and you have some success making your own. Take care.